All right, if you write code for a living, you need to listen up, because the ground is literally shifting under our feet. Today, we're going to break down the essential AI toolkit that's, well, it's not a nice to have anymore. This is the new standard for 2025. Let's get right into it. And look, this isn't just hype. This quote right here, this is the new reality. Mastering these tools is quickly, and I mean quickly, becoming the baseline for staying effective and, frankly, competitive in this industry. You know, for the longest time, AI was this separate thing, off in its own corner. Not anymore. It's being woven directly into the very fabric of software development. This is a huge shift from just writing every single line of code by hand to becoming an orchestrator of intelligent systems. It is so easy to get lost in this sea of different AI company names and tools. I mean, a new one pops up every day, right? So instead of throwing a long list at you, we're going to organize this around 5 core functions. This way you'll understand what each type of tool actually does, and it won't matter which brand you pick. So here they are, the 5 pillars of the modern AI developer stack. Each one of these represents a critical piece of the puzzle when you're building an AI-powered app, all the way from that first spark of an idea to a full-blown production service. Let's break them down. First up, the coding companion. These are the tools that live right inside your code editor, your IDE, and they're not just fancy autocompletes anymore. Oh no, they're suggesting entire functions, writing unit tests for you from just a comment, and refactoring messy code blocks in seconds. GitHub Copilot is probably the one you've heard of, but tools like Cursor are taking it even further, building a whole AI-native IDE. This is all about making you faster and more efficient, moment to moment. Okay, next we have the AI brain. This is the raw intelligence. Think of it as the engine of your application. These are the big, large language model APIs from companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. Whenever your app needs to understand language, reason through a tough problem, or generate a creative response, it's making a call to one of these brains. This is where the core power comes from. But a brain on its own isn't really an application, is it? It needs a body. That's where app scaffolding comes in. Frameworks like LangChain are like the skeleton or the nervous system of your app. They connect that AI brain to other tools, to your own data, and let you build complex, multi-step workflows. So your app can do more than just answer one question. It can execute a whole series of tasks. Now for a piece that is absolutely crucial, the memory. See, LLMs don't know anything about your company's internal documents or your specific project data. Vector databases like Pinecone solve that. They let the AI search for information based on its meaning, not just keywords. This whole process is called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. It's a fancy name, but the idea is super simple and powerful. You find relevant data and feed it to the AI as context. That's how you give your app its own custom long-term memory. And finally, you've built something incredible. Now what? How do you get it to your users? That's the deployment stack. This is the stuff like Docker, which packages your app so it runs the same everywhere. It's Fast API for creating a super fast API for people to use it. And it's platforms like Hugging Face to actually host your models and apps. This is the factory floor, the logistics that take your AI from a cool prototype to a real service that people can use. So we've seen the 5 individual functions, but the real magic, the aha moment, comes when you see how they all connect. So let's use a quick analogy to see how these pieces actually come together to build a real application. This is where it all clicks. Okay, imagine we're building a custom AI car. First, you use your power tools, your coding companion, to quickly build out the frame and the parts. Second, you drop in the engine. That's your LLM API, the thing that provides all the horsepower. Third, you build the chassis using LangChain, which connects the engine to the wheels, the steering, everything. Fourth, you fill up the tank with specialized knowledge fuel from your vector database. And finally, you use your factory, Docker, and Fast API to put it all together and ship it out to the world. See? Every single piece has its own vital role. And that right there is the big takeaway. We are not talking about a random list of individual tools anymore. We're talking about a new, integrated stack. Understanding how these layers work together, that's the real key to building powerful, intelligent AI applications today. It's a system. I know, that was a lot of information. It's a whole new way of thinking. So if you're sitting there wondering, okay, that's cool, but where on earth do I even start? Don't worry, we've got you. Here's a super clear, actionable path to get you going. Step 1, start right where you work every single day, your code editor. Get a coding companion like Copilot and make it part of your routine. Just let it help you write code faster. Step 2. Get your hands dirty with the core logic. Learn a framework like LangChain. Your first goal? Build a simple little app that can answer questions based on a single text document. That's it. Third, learn how to ship it. Get that simple app packaged up with fast API and Docker so you understand the entire lifecycle, from start to finish.
Because once you've got this stack down, you're not just caught up with the present, you're ready for what's coming next. And trust me, everything we've just talked about is the foundation for the next huge evolution in software, AI agents.
The future really is about AI agents. Imagine a system where you can just give it a high-level goal like, hey, research the top 5 competitors for our new product and write up a summary report. The agent would then figure out the steps, use tools to browse the web, analyze the data it finds, and write the report, all by itself. These agents are built using the exact same stack we just went through, and the demand for developers who know how to build them is absolutely exploding. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. The role of a developer is changing. It's shifting from being a builder of code to being an orchestrator of intelligence. As these AI agents get more and more powerful, our job is going to be to define the goals, set the architecture, and guide their work. The question is no longer just what you will build, but how you will direct the builders of the future.